Good evening. My name is Barbara Pearden, and our speech today is on video game addiction. Does your child enjoy playing the video game system a little bit too much? Do you feel your child plays a video game just a little bit too much? I know I do with mine. According to videogameaddiction.com, there are hundreds of millions of people that play video gaming systems. There are at least 3 major companies that produce video gaming systems: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. In the above picture, we have a PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Game Boy, PlayStation Play, and a Wii. And so far, it has become almost a $1 billion to $1 trillion industry. This summer, while my sons were at home, they played video games all day, and if I let them, all night long. And like many children, they would tell their parents, it was just to kill time. The following facts are facts that I found on the Video Game Addiction website. As video games advance, they are becoming increasingly complex, detailed, and compelling to a growing international audience of players. Computers and video games, especially the multi-online role-playing games like World of Warcraft, they allow players to behave in a different persona than their normal person, which means on the video game, they can be anyone they choose to be. They can choose to be a normal person. They can choose to be a superhero. They can choose to be the bad boy. They can be anything they want to on these role-playing games. Currently, the American Medical Association has not recognized video game addiction as a diagnosable disorder. That becomes a problem because children today are becoming more and more into video games. Let's discuss why video game addiction occurs. There are hooks that are built into video games with the intent of making them addictive. Your first one is your high score. They want to get the high score. They want to beat the high score. They want to beat their brother at the high score. Anything to get to the high score. They will find cheats online, as my son tells me, to get the high score. Beating the game. They just want to get to the end of the game. They don't care how they get to it. Like I said, cheats online, anything. They just want to beat the game. Whether it's to help beat a friend, whatever. It's their choice. Role-playing. This allows them to be anything they want or anyone they want. They can create a different person in the game that enables them to be that. Discovery. This is just a way of finding out new things involving the game to help a friend get better or for them to get better. Just a way to find different ways in the game, just to discover it. We all know kids like to discover new things. Relationships. This is the primary online hook. Online role-playing games allow people to build relationships with other players. In an interview with Dr. Yvette Richardson at West Georgia Psychiatric in LaGrange, Georgia, she told me that children are trying to fill a void in their lives that the outside world cannot give them. Whether it be at home or at school, something is not adding up. And these online games are allowing them to do and be anyone they choose to be. As I looked online at the WebMD's website, unlike substance abuse, the biological aspect of video game addiction is uncertain. Now you're asking why this occurs and what can parents do about it? We watch for the signs. When children start spending most of their time on the game, when they're at home, instead of doing their chores, instead of playing with their friends, they want to play the video game. Then they decide they want to fall asleep in class the next day because they didn't get enough sleep because they were playing on the game. And then their grades start failing. These are all telltale signs of video game addiction. Now, one thing you can do to help your child is to keep a close eye on your child's uses of the video game. And if need, limit their time allowed to play these games. Choose your games carefully. Make sure they are age appropriate. They are all rated. They have the G-rated game, they have the R-rated game, they have the NR-rated games. They all tell you an age limit on these video games, so be sure you get the age-appropriate game for your child. Be mindful that there are a lot of addictive games out there, but at any time, any game can be addictive. Keep the online button off. That way your kids cannot connect to other people. They can't go in and download things on their gaming system to help them get to the next place. They can't go in and interact with other players. It's just one-on-one with them. If you notice your child is addicted, seek professional help. Because I had to ask my son's therapist in order to be able to know what the signs were, to be able to tell what happens. Now we're going to review. Video game addiction can affect anyone. The biological effects of gaming addiction is uncertain. With proper monitoring, we as parents can ensure that our children are having a healthy, active life outside of video games. And the next time you notice your child is on the game for a while, remember that quality time is better than quantity time. Thank you, and you have a blessed day.